Hi, I'm Liz Turner.
And I'm Courtney Brocks, and you're watching NH Seacoast A&E.
Nice job.
Yeah.
Dave Flood once again for another episode or edition of NH Seacoast A&E, and today I have two guests, which is kind of exciting. My first guest is Liz Turner, who just released a new CD, and Courtney Brocks is also here. She's also a musician, artist from Dover, New Hampshire. Liz, this is pretty exciting. How long has the new CD been out?
It's been over just about a month, actually a month from today, which is exciting, and a lot of great things happening, and thank you so much for having me here today.
No, you sent me a couple of videos, and I'm very intrigued with just that you grew up here. You're
Yes.
Portsmouth resident, obviously, and your whole life, but there's a big Italian influence.
Oh yes, definitely, and I love to promote the music here in the Seacoast area, and in Portsmouth there's actually a big Italian American community which is starting to be here in the area, and so it's exciting that I'm here promoting my music, and that we have this big community as well.
Tell me about how you got started in music. I mean, it must have been a long time ago, right?
Yeah, literally, since I was this high, studying here in the Seacoast area and performing, and used to do musicals down the street, and then I was very fortunate to study at the Berklee College of Music in Boston, where I was a voice major and studied everything from classical to jazz to rock and country. And from then on, I was very lucky to actually perform and study abroad in Italy and Spain, and so that's kind of where the big European influence comes in on my music as well.
Now, you write everything yourself?
I do, yes.
And do you have a home setup? You're able to score everything?
Oh yes, at home, I have my baby grand, piano that I work with, which is very nice, and usually, I compose a melody in my head, and then I'll, happen to be somewhere, and the lyrics kind of just pop into my head randomly, and they're all based, on my, personal experiences throughout life and everything, and depending what kind of mood I am, if I'm in a happy or bubbly mood, or sad or a romantic mood, my songs are, come from all of my experiences.
Right. Well, this is the new CD. It's Ciao Bambino.
Ciao Bambino.
and that's the video, right?
Yes.
That we're going to watch. So why don't we take a second and watch the new video from Liz Turner,
Cool.
Ciao Bambino.
From a distance you look like a cat. Insieme a perfect match. You captured my heart right from the start. How could I resist with your style and that accent? With dancing and talking too free. You said per sempre our love would be, and everybody dying to be us. How could I resist with your smile and that quick kiss? But my feelings for you couldn't last. I give you so much and your efforts are fast. You put me on hold and have your phone with tequila gold, and you invite me to dinner, then want me to pay. I don't think so, so I say hasta la vista. Ciao bambino. That's not how you treat me, honey. Okay, au revoir. sorry, and you'll make it up someday. So I give you the chance to show me love and not romance, but you turn me off when you forget it's my birthday. Why? Because you're so cute. I'll make excuses for you. I call and I text, praying to hear from you next, but you're watching the game all afternoon. I don't think so. No, I say hasta la vista. Ciao, bambina. That's not how you treat me, honey. Okay, au revoir, mi amor. Hasta la vista. Ciao, bambina. That's not how you treat me, honey. Okay, au revoir, mi amor. Now don't act so shocked when I tell you I don't need a boy but a man. If you think that's how to treat a lady, I am advising you to get another plan. No hard feelings, amigo. I need a man, not a bambino. I need a man, not a bambino. I need a man, not a bambino. So I say hasta la vista. Ciao, bambina. That's not how you treat me, honey. Okay, au revoir, mi amor. Hasta la vista. Ciao, bambina. That's not how you treat me, honey. Okay, au revoir, mi amor. Okay, au revoir, mi amor. Okay, au revoir, mi amor.
That was great. I would. How did you get all the people to be in it?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun experience, and I had a lot of my friends actually. You know, they support me, and you know, they wanted to be in a music video, so we shot it, and it was a lot of fun. And
Where was it shot?
we actually filmed it up in Maine, up in Kennebunkport, and you'll never know, but it was like the worst weather-wise day. It was raining, it was cold, and I'm out there in, you know, short sleeves, and I was freezing to death, and really wanted to make it a fun video and whatnot. And so far, yeah, it's been, you know, doing great, and everyone, you know, has really enjoyed, you know, watching it, and it's made them laugh. So I think we.
What did you learn from doing your own music video?
Oh goodness. You know, everything takes time, you know, just doing things over and over again, and just planning stuff out. It's just, you know, you can't go in there thinking it's going to happen like that. You really, you know, you got to have patience, and kind of some of our best scenes was whatever happened spontaneous, you know, some things we weren't planning. You know, we happened to see a prop somewhere that we used in the video, and, you know, we weren't planning on it, and it just happened to work really well. So. Being flexible and spontaneous, I guess.
Did you edit the video yourself, or do you have
no,
a
I
friend?
did not. No, we worked with a company out of Boston, Zoe Arniotis Productions in Boston. She was fun to work with too.
Yeah. And you've got other singles that are going to come off the CD?
Yes, yes, I hope so. Ciao Bambino, meaning goodbye little boy in Italian. Kind of the fun, you know, flirty breakup song is what we wanted to do first, and all 4 songs on the EP are very different. You know, one's a ballad, rock ballad, a romantic ballad, a fun kind of techno dance song, and everyone kind of draws, you know, they have their own favorite songs, so we're trying to see which video we want to do
Which
next.
direction it'll go next.
Yeah.
Well, that is really cool. So you'll do this for a year or two, promote it, you're going to do concerts, and this big thing is that you're moving, right? You're at Portsmouth Girls moving away to New York.
I am heading to the Big Apple, but, you know, I will be coming back and forth here to perform and whatnot, so I'm excited, you know, to try it out there while I'm young, and there's so many, you know, opportunities out there, and hopefully, you know, bring back, you know, what I've learned there, you know, to bring it back here to the Seacoast would be great too.
So are you already set up for gigs in New York?
I do. I have a gig coming up later this month at the Shrine World Music Venue up on 135th Street, So yeah, it's exciting to be out there, performing my original, own music now. So much, I've been performing, jazz and classical and musical theater, and never had time to do my own music. And this was the year I said, I really want to get out there and tell my story and tell my own music and everything.
Yeah, do the artist part.
Yeah.
I get frustrated. You're watching all these, great singers on, all these shows that are on TV. I'm not going to mention them, but it's the three of us are all singers, and there's one thing, you can sing, but is a whole other thing to be able to write a song.
Sure.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so there's of course there's some great crooners, and Bing Crosby and Elvis. He never wrote.
Right.
He wrote a couple of songs, and most of the songs were written for him.
Right. Right.
And and there's obviously Katy Perry. She doesn't write any of her music. It's all written for her. She's got a great voice. Don't get me wrong, but
She does.
I don't know. Does she play an instrument? I'm not sure she does. But you guys both, and
No,
three of us play.
the world definitely, needs more singer-songwriters, and seeing where music's going to go in the industry in the future. It's definitely something we need today.
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's just like watching karaoke, or good karaoke, versus someone playing the song and doing it for doing your own song. It's a lot different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're going to take a quick break for our sponsors. Of course, FurnitureForever.com. These great chairs that you guys are sitting on are provided by FurnitureForever.com, which is a downtown, not downtown Portsmouth, but they're over by the mall. Great furniture place. So if you're looking for a chair or a couch, you should definitely head down there. And we'll be right back. So we're back, and Courtney, it's your turn. We get to learn everything about what you've been doing since you started playing guitar, which was when?
Oh, that's a long time we're going to cover. I started playing guitar when I was 15, so I've been playing almost 20 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't think you were that
Do
old.
the math, people.
No, I started when I was 14, so
Yeah.
it's about the same age.
Yeah.
And I was talking to a friend of mine, Gary Hoey. I don't know if you ever heard Gary Hoey.
I
He's
have.
a pretty big guitar
Yeah.
player. He plays with, I think his big claim to fame was that when Randy Rhoads died from Ozzy Osbourne's band, he had the opportunity to audition for that spot. He didn't get it, but that's when people really started to take notice of him, and he's had a great career as a blues rock guitarist. But yeah, so 14, 15, and you learned how to play guitar, started singing right away?
I did. I had been playing the piano since I was 7 years old, and as I started listening to more popular music, I really wanted to play the guitar. And so, yes, singing and writing songs and playing guitar all went hand in hand for me.
When did you first start playing out and performing your songs?
When I was about 16 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, I was this little brave teenager who would, go out on a Tuesday night, and I grew up in Florida, so I would drive to these open mics in Fort Lauderdale and just,
That's awesome.
play my little
Passion.
folk songs in front of all these, people sitting at the bar. It was it was neat. I look back now and I'm like, how'd I do that? I don't know.
Any good stories you remember a funny story from back
Yeah,
then?
well, yeah. There was a guy who would kind of run a few of the open mics in the Fort Lauderdale area, and he was awesome. But his nickname was Give Me Five because he actually only had one arm. He was missing his right arm from the elbow down, and so he just had this kind of big pick attachment. So he would fret with his left hand, and he would play with his pick arm, and he rocked. He
Wow.
was this stellar, amazing player, and he was so he was so cool to me.
Well, that is neat. Have you been back down? Is he still down there doing it?
Oh,
You've been down.
gosh, no, I only go down about once a year now to see my family, so I haven't checked out the old open mic circuit to see if he's still there, but I should look him up.
But you're a fixture in Dover. I mean, everyone knows you in Dover and Portsmouth for, you know, your work. And you've also, well, last year I saw that you performed with Jenny Backstrom and Andrea Zerbeck.
And Andrea Zerbeck, yes.
Yep. And
They're so wonderful.
that was a pretty neat thing for you girls.
Oh,
It's
that
kind of
was
like having the
great.
Lilith Fair, but
Little
a little mini version of the Lilith Fair.
Yeah, that was a great show. Andrea put that together, and it was the three of us. I think it was called a songstress night or something, and we were there at the Blue Mermaid, and it was so wonderful because, I mean, first of all, those girls are just such amazing talents, and they're just wonderful people, and all of our styles are pretty different. So we did it kind of in a writer in the round format. So you would hear something from a little bit of each of us, and I want to say it was a 3-hour show, but it never kind of got tired or anything because we're all so different.
So everyone got a chance to play their stuff, but then you guys all kind of sang over or did backups or?
Yeah, I want to say on 1 or 2 songs we were able to kind of like jump on with backing vocals and help each other out. But after the show we were talking and saying, you know what, we really should have just had some rehearsals ahead of time so we could figure out some songs, figure out some great 3-part harmonies and really just do it up right.
But what we're most excited about is that you've got a new CD coming out that you're expecting to be done by the end of the year, right?
Yes, by the end of the year.
And you were so kind to perform one of the new songs.
Yes.
And it's never been recorded yet. This is one of the ones that is not recorded, so we're going to get a chance to hear a special song by Courtney Brocks.
Could make myself the sun, I'd shine on all I looked upon, and I'd shine on you, I'd shine on you. I would, I would, I would. If I could make myself the moon, I'd go to the window of your room and shine on you. I'd shine on you. I would, I would, I would. And I would never tire, and I would never sleep when I lay down my soul for you to keep. If I could make myself the star, you'd wish upon me from afar, and how I'd wonder what you are, just shining so bright in my heart. And I'd shine on you, I'd shine on you. I would, I would, I would, I would. I would, I would, I would.
Wow. I mean, I was here when we were doing that. I would get to run a camera, so it was special.
And you were great. You were wonderful.
How that close zooming in at the end.
Yeah,
That was me.
into the black, that was you.
No, I'm excited to hear the new CD and when it's all finished. Obviously, it's great music. You know, we should show Courtney's CD, her previous one. This is Courtney Brocks After and Before. So you can see it, and you can get this pretty much anywhere, right? You can order
It's
it
on
online.
iTunes, it's
Yeah.
on CD Baby, yep. You can go to my website, CourtneyBrocksMusic.com.
Right.
You can get it there, yeah.
And Liz, your website is
LizTurnerSings.com.
LizTurnerSings.com. So we've covered all of that. So how difficult is it for an independent female artist, musical performer, to promote themselves these days? I mean, with all the tools that you have on the internet, and I'll let you guys talk about that. I mean, what you are doing differently with social media.
Do you want to go ahead, Liz?
Yeah, sure. You know, it's both easy and hard, you know, with the advantages of the internet these days. There's so many ways to promote yourself, whether it's through Facebook or Twitter or Pure Volume. I mean, there's just so many different ways, even Instagram and pictures and whatnot. You know, the hard part is, you know, not only being the performer and the songwriter, but you know, worrying about the booking and the publicity and, you know, getting yourself out there. So, I mean, sometimes, you know, on a Saturday night, you know, I'm at home, you know, working on all this stuff, you know.
Right,
and
so you're, instead of being home on a Saturday night,
yeah,
you're out playing
yeah.
on a Saturday
Oh,
night.
yeah, definitely.
Right. And you use
I
the internet a little
would
bit?
Say, oh yeah, I would say the same. I mean, we have this wealth of resources with the internet. There are so many ways to promote yourself, and I guess the difficult part is figuring out how to set yourself apart from all of the other musicians who are doing, you know, perhaps similar things. And Liz is absolutely right. It's not just enough. I mean, if you're going to do this on your own, if you don't have a record company behind you, you have to be both artist and business person.
And you need a good fan base.
And you need a great fan base,
Yeah.
and so you need to get out there and play
play.
as much as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just want to thank you guys so much for being on the show today.
Thank you so much for having
it
us.
was
Thank
a real
you.
treat for anybody to be able to see this stuff. You know, you gotta go to LizTurnerSings.com
Yes.
and Courtney Brocks
Music.com.
and check out their stuff. Of course, Courtney's you know, CD is fantastic. You gotta, you know, this is an EP for you, so the next
Yeah.
big thing will be a big full-length
Oh,
thing.
yes, I hope so.
And where are you playing next? Do you have any shows to promote?
On August 3rd, I'm playing with Martin England and Jesse Dold at the Portsmouth Farmers Market right here in Portsmouth.
Do you any night shows that you're going to be doing?
Any night shows? Let's see. August is kind of a busy month. The 3rd is the
We
Farmers.
didn't get into the fact that you're getting married this
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah.
So you're kind of busy with that.
That's sort of
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you so much. Thank
Yeah.
you. August 10th, Martin, Jesse, and I will be at Attitash. On the 17th, we're doing the Millfield Festival in North Berwick, which will be an evening show. And the 24th, we're at the Wentworth Greenhouses Farmers Market.
Yeah, I love the
so-
Wentworth Greenhouses
Oh,
Farmers
it's
Market
wonderful.
stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that pretty much does it for this episode of NH Seacoast A&E. I want to thank my guests again, Liz Turner and Courtney Brocks,
Thank you so much.
for coming on the show and telling us about all the stuff that you guys are doing. You guys are on the way up, I know. So go out and see a show.